Have you got any paperwork, court paperwork or anything like that with signatures on?
I've got court paperwork which will basically, I'll fetch it for you. It basically stipulates that a legal fiction is supposed to bear that contraption. Now, obviously, I don't mind bearing the contraption as long as the person who ordered this contraption to be placed on
Yeah, which is a court.
I know.
Yeah.
Not you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Bears liability for it.
Yeah,
Don't worry, you're just doing your job.
I'm just doing my job, mate.
I'll explain to you how law works. You're just fulfilling your orders of your boss, into which, when an order's carried out, what do you go to do at the end of the week?
Exactly.
You get your pay, don't you?
Exactly.
When I comply with these orders, I'm doing the same thing. So I'm not like after you guys. You're just doing your jobs. That's why I said it's the person who actually does the order who bears liability.
Yeah, it's all the courts in the
Yeah, in this case it's the magistrates, the court magistrates. You've got nothing to fear, don't worry about it. I just document everything. Now, I'd just like to stipulate, and I've got it on film, that I am not actually saying that I am that person. But if the order is for me to place it on in representation of that person,
Sorry,
then...
can I just answer this phone?
Yeah, sure.
It's probably just ringing with cell outside. Hello? I have gained access, thank you, Ross. Cheers. Thank you, bye.
Well, I'll just come off the phone soon. So.
Yeah, no problem. Right, Tesrad, how our system works...
My name's Tess.
Is it Tess?
For a start,
Right.
please don't call me Tess.
It's got Tesrad on our
Well,
system.
I'm not bothered.
Okay.
I keep telling you about your system.
Okay, so it's Tess.
Yeah.
Okay, Tess.
Do you want to tell me who gave you that on your system? Because everyone will get
It's the court. The court sends a paperwork
right,
for
then.
us, so that's the name that we've got on there.
Thank you, that was surprising.
Is that your proper name though?
No. My name's Tess Speed. So I don't know who's like, this is not me. I've been telling the courts that. Hence why I've not
This
actually...
is not you.
No. It's a legal fiction. Do you want me to explain it? How long have you got? I can explain it. It's in about 3-4 minutes.
Now,
compressed from half an hour, 7, which is quite good, really.
okay. So if you...
I am not.
Just for instance, if you had a passport or a driving licence, how would your name appear on there? Just as Tess?
No, it would appear like that without it being capitalised. Look, it wouldn't be capitalised there. Right,
Okay.
and for example, the postcode would be in brackets, square brackets, and also my name would be punctuated with a hyphen without no mister. Delete the mister, there'd be a hyphen,
Got ya.
colon hyphen.
I'm just going to have a look on our system.
Mm-hmm.
I think it appears the same.
Yeah, no, it does. I know, I'm not saying it's your fault, and that's how it appears, but I'm just explaining to you, when you ascribe to say, oh, that is me,
Yeah.
then it is you, because you bear liability because you've jumped in that spot. So, obviously, I'm not making your life hard, I'm just explaining to you why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Right, Tess, because you
I have
haven't
to.
got no signatures on any of this paperwork, basically it's as if you haven't provided any ID for
So what
us
are
to
you
say.
asking for me?
So what-
Like
what-
in a plain English sentence?
So basically what I have to do is, there's a form that we have on
What are
here.
you saying before that step? Because this sounds like process 2, phase 1,
No.
regarding something regarding a
Basically,
signature. What
how,
you want
how it
about?
works is,
Because I've got complaints with my
Yeah,
signature on.
right.
I'll get one of them.
now, when you say complaints, what sort of complaints?
This regarding the magistrates' courts and
Yeah,
everything.
'cause
So
there's,
so
there's,
that
there's
should
only
suffice.
certain things that we can use.
Oh, well,
unfortunately.
all right.
So I'll have a look at seeing my list of what they give me.
If there's not, I'll just send you an email.
Right, obviously if you had photo ID, that would be okay.
No photo
These are
ID.
all the signature
No,
IDs.
I'm not
Bank
photo-
card,
No,
paper driving licence,
no,
disability card,
no.
security pass, expired driving
I've
licence.
got something from the DWP. That's about it. If
Pa-
you require anything else, I
paperwork,
never consider that as a hardship.
housing benefits.
Isn't
See,
bad,
with
then.
with the section 2, because you haven't provided anything from there, then because if you can't provide 2 signatures of these, we have to get you to sign a form to say you are the person you say you are.
I don't mind because I'll do it under duress, which means I'll still be able to sue for it anyway. Participate, I'll show you how to do it.
No problem. If you just sign there,
I'll
and
show
if
you
you
how I
just
do it.
pop your date of birth up there, please. Can I just take your date of birth, please, Tess?
I'll tell you in a sec. I'll write it down for you. Nice try. The pen's mightier than the sword.
Have you ever been on Tagg before?
This is a new experience.
Okay, no problem. It's probably then, being a new experience, it's probably going to be a 20-minute, half an hour experience for you.
I don't mind. I'll be getting paid for it per day.
I'll fill all the rest of that in test, don't worry about
It's
that.
alright. I'll do my own name. Nobody else fills my name in for me. This is the problem the public officials seem to be having with perceptions of, requirements,
Yeah.
selecting under oath of office.
Yeah.
Not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Breach of contract, trespassing, perjury. I'll let you
And
do
date
that.
of birth, then, please. Okay, so that's the 13th of the 11th, what's the end part? 1980. Okay, right. By you signing that form, you're signing to say you are the person you say you are. Okay, it is a legal document.
Well, my
It's an
signature's
accountable-
there stipulated what I've already stipulated.
No
I ain't going to
problem.
repeat it.
Okay,
I'll give you a copy of this if you want.
another form we need you to sign. This is the monitoring agreement. Basically, you're left with this booklet. This is yours. This booklet has got exactly the same as what's on that paperwork. The booklet's left with you for your purpose. The paperwork's taken away with us.
Okay.
So basically, all you're signing is to say that you agree to all the terms and conditions through the monitoring agreement. Now, I can go through with you beforehand, and then it's up to you whether you want to sign it
Yeah,
or not.
I'm I. I'm not you. I am I. As long as you can stipulate that.
Okay.
right, yeah.
So if you want to sign there and pop your name up there, Tess, and this is just you signing to say you agree to all the terms and the conditions, basically, of the curfew. And then I'll go through the booklet with you and I'll explain how everything works.
Shit. I have to document everything because for some reason the police keep deleting my iCloud account, which my phone's currently seized at the minute.
That's it, mate.
I'm posting directly to Facebook.
Okay, thank you. Right. I'll explain how everything works. Right, basically you've been given a curfew between 7 on an evening and 7 o'clock in the morning. So you have to be here within those hours. Okay. Basically you come off on the 14th of the 2nd, 2016, so that's the 14th of February. So on that night we will be out any time between 7 o'clock on the evening and midnight to come take you out. It's all internal living areas, so basically you'll just be anywhere in this flat that you'll be allowed to on your curfew. Basically you can't go out or anything like that. Obviously you wear the tag for 24 hours a day until your curfew requirements and detailed otherwise. Obviously you know you're on curfew till the 14th of February. Basically if you're not here without a good reason, obviously they will send you back to the authorities. If you had an emergency, if you had a fire, obviously get yourself out, get yourself safe. Just contact our company just to let them know the situation. If you need to go to hospital for any reason, for yourself, member of your family, anybody like that, in an emergency, you can ring them on the box I'm going to install to let them know, but if it's a proper emergency and you haven't got time to ring them, what you need to do is just get some proof from the hospital. Either get the hospital to ring us to confirm you're there, or get a letter from the hospital to confirm that you were there at a certain time.
Thank
You happy with that? Yeah? Right. You're responsible for all the equipment, that's the box and the tag, so if anybody messes with either one of those, it's you that will be held responsible for it, basically. Okay? Yeah? Is that okay?
It's not okay, I'm just listening to
Okay. I just wondered if you was going to question it or anything.
No, I'm questioning everything. Nothing's okay, but I'm
Yeah.
charging for the order as
Yeah,
explained
okay.
here.
No problem.
Every restriction comes like over £1,000 a day.
Okay.
It's much more
The
than that.
box, all it needs to do is be plugged into the electric.
Yeah.
It needs to be powered up 24 hours a day. There is a backup battery on the box, so if your power was to go for any reason, we'll still be monitoring you. All that'll happen, they will phone you to ask you why the box has been off, and they're liable to send somebody around to check the equipment.
Yeah. To what extent is this monitoring? Can you define the word monitoring?
Basically, what it is there's a box in the property. I'm going to get you to walk around the property with the tag on your leg. Well, the tag will be in your hand at first. Once you've walked around the property, it'll be fit to your ankle. Basically, all that happens is that box talks that tag just to let our company know that you're here in the specified hours you're supposed to be here. It doesn't track you when you go out in the daytime to let anybody know where you are. All it tracks you to do is to make sure that you're here between 7 on an evening and 7 in the morning. You happy with that? Yeah?
I'm not happy, I see.
Okay. Like I says, it needs to be powered up. If your box does go off, they're going to ring it and they're going to send somebody out. Now, this is what happens basically with our company. We have to visit if there's a problem. We are obliged to visit. And we can only visit or call you in your curfew. So any time between 7 o'clock on an evening and 7 o'clock in the morning, if a problem arises, we have to physically come out. So if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we have to come out at 2 o'clock. We're contracted to come out and find out what's the problem is, basically.
What problem is what? You have to stipulate the problem. For example, if it's external and it's due to use, you're not coming in.
Say if the box had been switched off, or say if the box had been moved, or say if they think you'd mess with the tag in some way, anything like that, if there's a problem, we have to visit.
Officers are not coming in this house. No, you're having the tag on here, but that's it. Unless somebody's going to have to, you're going to have to phone Ross and tell him that I said he's going to have to tell me is that his wish. I don't mind to a certain extent because I says I'm already charging for having the tag on. But when it comes to extra hidden obligations, I do not consent.
Right, so basically what you're saying to me is that if there's a problem arise between 7 o'clock on an evening and 7 o'clock in the morning, you won't allow us access.
I'm saying, and I'm going to say it one more time, that you'll have to phone Ross. It's quite simple what I'm saying, really, in layman terms, and tell him to tell me that is that his wish, or you know.
No, you see what happens with our company.
No, it's straightforward. You just phone him and tell him to say is that his wish.
Is that Ross's wish for us to come out? That's
no, the company's wish. Whoever's representing the company, whether it's you, and I don't think you're going to want to figure out your mouth in this scenario. I'll guarantee you. Yeah. So you tell whoever who wishes for me to have it on that they require me to actually be in here, and if anything goes wrong whilst I'm not in here or in here, and it's nothing to do with any electric going off, and it's just to do with some technical faults, they have to tell me that it's their wish for them to come in, and then I'll comply. I didn't say I don't wish to do it. I says I'll comply, but I wish for somebody to say the wish, or they order me to do it. I don't want anyone to refer me up and say, oh well, I think it's the court or done it. I wish for a name, please. Right. You know, like you've come in and you've identified, asked me for a name, and you give me all this jib over a signature. Well, I'm doing the same thing to you.
Right. Well, I don't really know what to say because
I know because you don't come across anyone like me. To be honest with you guys,
but basically, like I said, I mean, the thing is what I'm just going to explain to you what would happen. Basically, if a problem arose at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, our company would probably phone you to find out what the situation is, but they're going to send somebody around to gain access to find out what the problem is. Now, this is only if there's a problem. If there's no problem, you will get no visits. It's only if there's a problem we have to visit. So if basically what you're saying is you're probably not going to allow access, then there's an issue.
No, I said somebody's just going to have to tell me, you know, like confirm that they wish me to do so. This is the third time I've explained it.
Well, our company are not obliged to tell anybody because you're on a curfew. We can visit any time in that curfew. They're not obliged to phone you up and say that there's an officer.
Well, I'll charge for it anyway. Just hurry up and sort it out.
Okay.
So I can get
where was we up to? Right, if the box rings, anybody can answer it, but they will ask to speak to you at some point. Like I says, they can only ring in your curfew times, so obviously you're supposed to be here. You may also get visits.
You do realise that I've referred to myself as I, as not you. See, if you can refer to me as Tez.
Alright, Tez.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just teaching you correct grammar.
Yeah. Tez, basically you may get visits from officers just to check the equipment if there's a problem, like I explained to you basically.
Officers? Which officers?
Officers are our company officers. We call ourselves officers. We're not police officers. We're just we call ourselves officers basically. Right.
External contracting company.
If for any reason, Tez, you cannot stay here at this address, or you need to change your times for any reason,
give notification.
Well, not to us. You have to go back to the court and go through the court because remember, it's not us who give you the order; it's the court that's give you the order.
That's it.
Basically, what happens then? The court will send us paperwork to confirm you change your address or you change your times. We will